everybody, welcome to a new episode of Single and Married with Ezzy. I am excited to have you today. Thank you so much for joining. Today, I'm going to talk to you about 7 ways to strengthen your relationship. But before we get into the topic, I want to talk to you about my new book, Brighter Days, 100 Thoughts of Hope, Love, and Blessing. It is an awesome book to help you walk with God. It's a devotional available everywhere fine books are sold. You can also pick it up from Amazon. And of course, my other book, Relationship Smart, Love, Courtship, and Marriage for Every Woman. It's a good book for people looking to get into marriage or newlyweds or those in courtship. A good book. It will talk to you about developing a good relationship with your spouse, to talk to you about choices, how to make the right choice in marriage. It will also talk to you about warning signs, how not to make a mistake, right? So awesome book. Get your copies. They are both available on Amazon. So let's talk about our topic today. So 7 ways to strengthen your relationship, okay? When you're building a relationship, you want to build it beyond just the surface, right? You want to build a strong, lasting relationship where you get to know your partner more and more and more. So, number 1 is communication. You have to communicate. And that cannot be overemphasized right from the start of the relationship. Start to communicate. And this can take all different forms, but at the very least, start to talk, start to share, start to express how you are feeling, what you're thinking, right? What you're going through. That is one sure way to help you guys begin to get to know more about yourselves, begin to bond, and begin to feel like you're knowing the other person more, right? And this becomes even more important in that marriage. When you guys get into marriage, you want to continue to keep those communication lines open, continue sharing, continue expressing yourself, continue listening, and continue all the good things that come with communication, because that is one sure way to help you strengthen your relationship. Now, another important thing when it comes to strengthening your relationship is family. Family plays such a huge role, right? When you can get to know your partner's family and your partner gets to know your family, and you begin to build that relationship with them, it will help a great deal to strengthen your relationship with your spouse. Because think about it this way. You're getting to marry this person who has been raised in this family all of their life, most of their life, right? And you're starting this new relationship with that person, right? Their family, getting to know their family a lot is going to help you get to know them a lot more. It's going to help you guys, right? You need that family support. And I understand that different people have different kinds of families and different family dynamics, but as much as possible, as much as lies within your power, get to know those people that are important to your partner and let him or her get to know the people that are important in your life. It could be that aunt, that uncle that raised you. It could be that brother. It could be that sister. It could be mom and dad. It could be grandma, grandpa. It could be auntie, uncle, nephew, what have you. But it is important that family is a part of this new relationship that is forming, because they will help bring in, they will help consolidate your relationship. They will help stabilize it. They will help also when difficult times come, they may be able to help you guys navigate through difficult times, okay? Now, the third point I want to share with you today when it comes to strengthening your relationship, it's also asking questions, right, of that person, right? Asking questions. It kind of ties back to communication, but be intentional about finding out more. People generally want to talk about themselves, where they're coming from, right? So when you show keen interest to get to know about that person, about his upbringing, about his family, about how he was raised, that is going to help you, right, to strengthen that relation, because you're getting into places of that person's life that they will not necessarily share with you if you don't probe, if you don't show interest, if you don't share. So those will be important as you look to strengthening your relationship. Now, another point I would like to share with you when it comes to strengthening your relationship, and this is more so when that relationship is, let's say, a dating relationship or a courtship relationship, is not yet marriage relationship. The point there is boundaries, setting boundaries, okay? Setting boundaries is so important. Unfortunately, a lot of people miss it because they throw away, caution, and there are no boundaries, and, they start to live like they were already married when they're not even married, and that can affect that relationship, right? That can make the other person lose interest. That can create a lot of problems. So it is important that in your relationship, you make sure that you set the proper boundaries for the stage of the relationship that you are in. Okay, so I'll give you an example. So say you're just friends, the person has introduced you to family, friends, as their friend, a special friend, or girlfriend, boyfriend. That does not translate to say that you are now the person's fiancé, or that you're the wife, or you're the husband, right? So when you jump ahead and begin, for example, say you pack up and you move in, right, and begin to do the things that, actual married couples do, that can actually make the person lose interest. That might make them not to pursue that relationship even further. That can bring in a lot of challenges, right? So you want to set the proper boundaries for the level that you are in, and putting more effort into getting to know the person more, and getting to know their family more, getting to know their background, or bringing their history more, because that's going to give you more understanding, in-depth understanding of who this person truly is, and if you want to create a future with them, right? Another point to strengthen your relationship is learning to speak up, learning to express yourself, learning to bring your whole self. In this day and age, there's a lot of talk of bringing your whole self to work, right? So even more in a relationship, you want to bring your whole self. You don't want to get married into a relationship where you are confused, or you are intimidated, or you can hardly speak up, where your opinion does not matter, or where you're belittled, or you're just not feeling your full and your true self. Okay, so to make sure that you strengthen your relationship, bring your true self. Okay, so whatever that is, if it's fun, bring it. If it's you're serious, bring it, because that is who you are, and that is who this person is going to be living with for the rest of their life. So it is better that you bring it, and I can tell you that if it is real love, right, that will be okay. The person will still accept you for who you really are. But if you can't bring yourself, if you're not mature enough, and you feel so intimidated, and you don't have that self-esteem, it's gonna make your relationship weak. You won't be able to bring your full self into that relationship. You're going to hide a portion of who you are. And when you're not able to bring your full self into that relationship, it can't be strong, right? It cannot be strong, because a part of you feels you don't merit it, you don't qualify for that person, and you're not worth having that person in your life. And that is not a good feeling, right? So bring your whole self, speak up, and express yourself, be who you are. And that is one way to make sure that you're strengthening your relationship. Now, another point that will really help you is a prayer. Okay, let me tell you, only God knows who this person is, right? That you plan to make a future with. He's the only one who truly knows who they are inside out, right? So when you pray, you surrender your will, your desire to God, and you're asking Him to help guide you, to help direct you. You're asking Him, Lord, this is really what I want, but please help me. If it is not you, let me know, and you're really putting everything about your relationship in His hands, and surely He will guide you, He will lead you, right? So that is important, that you learn to bring your relationship to God, right? So that He can give you the direction that you need. He can help you, He can strengthen you, and He can make your relationship stronger. Okay, and that is it for today. Tune in, don't forget to subscribe, because I have new topics every week to help you become a better partner, to help you have a stronger marriage, to help you build a healthier relationship. And also my marriage mentorship class, I hold it once a month. It is open to everybody, men and women, young and old, everyone. It is open to everyone. It is free. Is a space, is online, so you can join from wherever you are. Is a space where we come and share and interact and learn from one another and ask questions. It is a safe space. So I encourage you, if you want a place where you can learn more about relationships, join my marriage mentorship class. The links and how to join will be available for you on the screen. So I want to say thank you for joining, and I hope you've learned one or two things that you can take away to strengthen your relationship, to strengthen your marriage. And so I'll see you next time. God bless and goodbye. Bye-bye.